Hey guys, it's Andrea and welcome back to our channel. Well, today is just me. That's okay because we're still gonna have fun. Today I'm gonna answer a question that's been asked way too many times by my friends, and I'm gonna answer how I got started into acting, like where do you even begin. So back in 2014, I believe, is when I started my ninth grade. Wait, it's 2019. Oh my goodness. I started my ninth grade year, 2015. So during the summer, I heard a commercial on the radio. At this time, I listened to 96.1, and it was like, the commercial was saying, hey, do you want to be a Disney kid? Do you want to work with people like Sky Jackson and Peyton List and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yes, of course. Like, who doesn't want to? So they were like, if you want to dial this number, and I dialed it, or at least I texted it actually. And they gave me a bunch of information saying that I have an audition. This was like June at this place in Norcross, Georgia at this time. So I went not knowing what to expect. I went there like 20 minutes before my audition time, which is pretty good. And I didn't know anything about acting at this point. I went 20 minutes before my audition time. Turns out it was a cold read, and because I came early, I had more time to work on my script. My script, or at least my side was about this preteen girl who, I was 13 turning 14, I believe, at this time. It was about this preteen girl whose father wants her to meet his new wife, I believe. And she's just like, no, I'm not going to meet your new wife. I'm not going to meet her kid. I'm not going to be the big sister of her kid because you abandoned us. And she was like, no, I'm not going to meet your new kid. I'm not going to meet your new wife because you abandoned us. I'm not going to be the big sister to your wife's or your new wife's new kid or whatever. And it was just like this entire dramatic piece. And yeah, so I had about 10 No, I didn't have 10 minutes. I had about 30 minutes with my side. Everybody else had about 10 minutes just to see where you're at. And you could bring the paper in with you because it is a cold read. And with cold reads, you're not allowed to read off of the script, obviously, but you can have it in there with you in the audition room, and you could just glance at it time to time, and that's what I did. So I did it, and my trick, I guess, my technique was to actually put yourself in the situation. I know that a lot of acting coaches say when you act, you're not acting as yourself. You know, you're acting as a different character. You're acting as somebody else. But my technique was to react the way you'd react, and I don't know. I guess that worked because I was overdramatic, or not overdramatic, but it was realistic. I did it, and well, I walked in there, first of all. I walked in there, and there's this lady. There's an entire table. It probably seated about like 12 people. Let's say this is the room. Y'all are at the head of the table, right? There's literally a window back here in the room. And I was back there, and there's like a camera like over in the corner over there. And I had to perform my side, and I couldn't stare at her even though she was directly in front of me. I had to stare at the camera. Even though in raw auditions, you don't do that. Do not do that unless it's an online audition. So I came in, I expressed how nervous I was. Never do that as well. We're gonna make a separate video on like audition processes, all that. But you never want to express how nervous you are. You want to come in with confidence. This agency, it wasn't a talent agency. Later, I found out that there's talent scouts, basically. So they prepare new people for talent agencies. So I performed my side, and she was just like, that was really good. Basically, we find talents who are interested in acting. We prepare them, we grow them basically in their craft, and then at the end of their year, we send them off to audition in front of Atlanta's top 25 talent agencies and managers. So it was basically like a showcase program. And she said, you have two options. You can either take the entire course and audition in February, which this is like June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months of classes. Or you can just show up on the showcase. And I was just like, I want to do the classes, because the way they were describing the classes, it was like, you have to do it, Andrea. And then she said, okay, well, first of all, you need to have a callback with some other people. And I said, okay. So we went home after that. I get another text that I have like this auditioning workshop. And after the auditioning workshop, you have the callback. It makes sense to have the auditioning workshop before you have the callback, because you got to think, like, when you're auditioning for other things or just things in general, you have the audition and then you have the callback, and usually the actors are pretty experienced, but these people were shaping non-experienced actors into experienced and professional actors until they realized that not a lot of people know how to do callbacks, not a lot of people know how to audition. They had us take an auditioning workshop, and then right after the workshop, we had the callback. Well, not the same day, I think it was like the next day, we had the callback. So a week after my first audition with them, I had the workshop, which was next Saturday, or the Saturday after the audition. And then I had the callback on Sunday. The auditioning workshop was, it was good. They gave me another side and I was dumb and I didn't listen. Apparently that same side was our callback side and I didn't memorize it. So we went through this whole ordeal whole situation where I was trying to contact my little sister. I was like, you need to send me the side. But I didn't remember where I put it. And the lady, the talent scout was like, well, come on, we're waiting on you. Like, get this over with. Turns out I did remember it because I messed up pretty badly on it in the audition and workshop. And you know when you fail and you're like, well, I could have done this, and I kept reading it over. I'm like stressing and obsessing over the piece that I could have done, but I didn't. So that's the reason why. And she's like, that's good. So after the workshop or after the callback, they explained to me, this is $3,000. The entire program was $3,000. At the end of the program, you'll have a showcase. You'll perform a monologue in front of Atlanta's top 25. But yeah, I ended up doing that. I had a callback. I had two callbacks after the showcase. I had a callback with Gail Tassel, who is a manager at Equity Entertainment, I think. And then I had a Joy Purvis. What is her? J Purvis Talent Agency. I think that's the name. I had one with her. And I kind of did sign with Gail Tassel, but I didn't sign with Joy Purvis. But then everything just fell through because, I hate to say this, but you need to badger them for them to take you seriously. And that's the bad part. But 2017, everything fell through. But by then, I already had like Actors Access and things like that. So I was auditioning. I didn't have an agent. I kind of had a manager, which didn't help. So I was auditioning. I was booking some things. I was booking like short films, music videos, blah, 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 blah. 2018, I had done the same program again, but I didn't have to pay this time. And I ended up signing with Lipman Talent Group. But yeah, that's how I started acting. If I had any advice to give y'all, I would say, first, try to get your headshots, get your resumes, take some classes. You don't need any agents to take classes. You don't need a manager to take classes. Just take acting workshops, camera ready workshops, things like that. Sign up for some, I don't even know what they call them, like auditioning platforms or whatever, like Actors Access, Backstage, Kids Casting. I booked a lot of things on Kids Casting. I hear a lot of bad reviews about Kids Casting, but honestly it kind of worked for me. LA Casting, New York Casting, Central Casting, like there are too many of them for you not to be booking anything right now. But Actors Access is, if you were going to pay for anything right now, Actors Access and then Backstage. Those two are the most important ones. You'll find a lot of information, especially on Backstage. They do a lot of articles for you to read. Talent agencies and casting director interviews for you to watch if you were like interested in working with Tyler Perry. They have a lot of Raven Drummer interviews and what she looks for in an actor, basically like that. So, but if you didn't know, Raven Drummer is the Tyler Perry Studios casting director. So she's the one who you have to audition with before you get to meet Tyler Perry. So that's how it works. That's how I did it. There are so many ways for you to, but before I even did by the way, the program was called 21st Century Entertainment. Before I did the program with 21st Century Entertainment, I was still looking up like auditions for teen girls in Atlanta, Georgia, 2018 or 2019 type stuff. And that's how you just Google stuff and you'll find things. It might not be big things that you want, but there are things, you know, you got to build up that resume. You got to start from the bottom. Start with theater, short films, college films, information videos, anything you can find. And the next thing you know, you'll be booking commercials and you'll be auditioning for movies and free-form movies, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's how I started acting. I wish you all good luck, because obviously if you're watching this video, or you're just supportive, obviously if you're just watching this video, you're interested in being an actress or an actor. All right, bye. Oh wait, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I hope this was interesting to watch. I hope this was very informative. I hope you guys gained some knowledge or just learned a new way to start acting. I do recommend doing 21st Century. I would recommend it to people. All I've got to say, and this has nothing to do with 21st Century, once you sign with an agent, you have to badger them. If they say take classes, take the classes, because maybe they're interested in you and they don't feel like you're ready. They don't feel like you're ready enough to be sent on auditions. Take the classes, and in a year you'll be doing all types of auditions. So that has nothing to do with 21st Century, but that's a big problem with a lot of 21st Century students, is that yes, they'll be ready enough to sign with an agent, but they won't be ready enough for the agent to send them out to auditions. So take the classes that their agents recommend. If you don't take the classes, then you're not serious about this, I guess. And they're a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, they're a lot of money. Everything's a lot of money. But yeah, take the classes, do everything they say to do, and by like pilot season, this is pilot season right now. By pilot season, you'll be ready to audition. All right, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I love you all, and bye.